And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Cleveland Guardians. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
And now, please welcome your Cleveland Guardians.
Just a little bit away from first pitch. Starting on the mound in this one, Tanner Bybee. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, this guy featuring that straight four-seam fastball, but off of it throws the cutter, and really he's most effective when he's using that cutter off the four-seam fastball just to miss the barrel of the bat. Not always going to see the swings and misses, but if you can somehow get weaker contact, you have a chance to collect some outs. Now, it's going to look the same until the very last second, so hitters are going to have to make a decision and hope that sometimes they're able to guess right.
Mike Tauchman leading things off and takes a strike. Next offering, he's in for a strike.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Got him. And now one away.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
Luis Robert now. And fires in a fastball at 95. Robert, the native of Cuba, signed with the White Sox in May of 2017. Bybee measures 6 feet 2 inches. He features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a changeup, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Noel makes the grab on the run. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox.
Batting third, left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
Two outs, base is empty. And here's the veteran outfielder, Andrew Benintendi. This one in the air. Ramirez. And that is that. White Sox nothing, Guardians coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back now at Progressive Field. And getting the nod for the White Sox, Martin Perez. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Missed with a changeup, and now it's 3-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
It's not easy laying off that pitch. It's designed to fool you, but he just wasn't fooled at all.
So in now for Cleveland, Kyle Manzardo. Just missed.
That's the ball. Counts 1-0.
At the belt and fires. And that's in for a strike.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
Just missed. Runner at first with no outs here. And a curve is down and in.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
The 3-1. Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Swing and a ball popped in the air, and that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. Looped that one in there for the knock. Definitely got that pitch on the outside of the cap a little bit, but he made it work for him.
Here's Jose Ramirez. That one's in there. Strike one. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. In the dirt, but no advance from the runners. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Grounder might be two. Quick feed to second for one, and that's two.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
Here in Cleveland, Andrew Vaughn now.
First baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
Bybee back to work. That clips the corner. The number 3 overall pick out of Cal for the White Sox in 2019. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Tosses to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting fifth, third baseman, Josh Rojas.
Here's Josh Rojas. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner, got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a gold glove, if not a platinum glove.
That's to third. Throw on to Santana. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting sixth, second baseman.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing him down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
In the air, center field. Thomas sizes this one up, hauls it in to end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Cleveland, there's Lane Thomas now.
Center fielder, Lane Thomas.
And that drops in for a strike.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And up next for Cleveland, Angel Martinez. A switch hitter batting right. Now snap throw to first.
He's good.
And he's back in easily.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, dude.
Back up the middle and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Back-to-back singles. Nice swing to drive that pitch up the middle. Could have easily been out in front on the off-speed and pulled off of it, but he was looking to use the big part of the field, and he executed his plan perfectly.
First and second, no outs. Jhonkensy Noel will hit next. Sliced hard but foul. Here's your 1.
Ball 1.
Gary Simmons, our
One
plate
ball,
umpire
1 strike.
today, sort of has a reputation as a pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, a little bit of a wider zone than most, I'd say. And a wide zone can be tough to deal with as a hitter because you have to start expanding what you're looking for, covering both sides. And with the stuff pitchers have today, you're just not going to have a lot of success. He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
That's a ball.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
2-2. Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down.
Batting 8, catcher, Bo Naylor.
Bo Naylor at the plate now.
This at bat might not seem like a huge deal right now, but baseball is a game of moments, and what happens here could change everything. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And that's
1-0.
down and away. And strike 1 to the catcher.
I got a ball.
Runners
1
at
strike.
first and second with 1 gone. Bottom half of inning number 2. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Line drive, base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw. But it's offline. He will score. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Here's Brian Rocchio, and Cleveland on top 1-0. Throws to second for 1, and that's all they'll get.
Now batting, left fielder,
Stephen Kwan digs in now. Walk to open the ball game. First pitch, and he just misses. Martinez, the runner at third. Rocchio at first, 2 out of the inning. This one in the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. In there at the knees, and a count 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Next offering is down low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Kyle Manzardo next to bat for Cleveland. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. And that'll load the bases.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to, he's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
And that one fouled off. Cleveland up a run, looking for more. That one down the line. Oh, and it hits the base.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
First and second, 2 outs. Now it's Jose Ramirez. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. He'll touch them all. It's 6-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Martin Perez will depart, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Jared Schuster takes over on the mound.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep this score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Carlos Santana digs in for the Guardians. Tap foul at the plate.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Inning over. Although plenty of damage done. Jose Ramirez with the homer here. It's now a 6-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. Top half of the third inning. Now it's the DH, Miguel Vargas.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Batting 8th, shortstop, Brooks Baldwin.
Brooks Baldwin steps to the plate for the White Sox. That's in there. 0-1. Nobody out. Runner at first. Next offering is downstairs.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Outside low, ball 2. Fouled off left side. That's down and in. That one 95 to finish him off.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Here's Corey Lee in there for strike 1. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
No waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there was just no one there to knock it down. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Robert stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Vargas on second. Tachman on at first with 2 down. And another ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And there's a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Line to left. And that's the 3rd out. White Sox strand a couple. They still find themselves down 6-0. Bottom of the inning, and now the center fielder, Lane Thomas.
Leading off for the Guardians, center fielder, Lane Thomas.
Swings and misses. 0-1.
You know, these Guardians putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to settle in, and the damage was done by the time he got the hook.
Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. Dives, but it falls. Could be extra bases. Around second now as they still don't have it. Safely into third with a leadoff triple.
Now, just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Angel Martinez digs in for the Guardians. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Off the mark there. Ball 1.
I mean, when you're chasing the opposing starter in the first inning or two, that's just such a tone setter for the game, and it puts the other team back on their heels, and it instills a lot of confidence in your lineup from top to bottom.
That's off the inside corner, and the count is 2-0. In the air, right side. Tuchman on the move, nabs it. Runner tagging and heading for home. He's in on the sacrifice fly, and they're pulling away up by 7 now. Jhonkensy Noel digs in for the Guardians.
Right
He's 0 for 1.
Jhonkensy Noel.
That clips a corner.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sack fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And they'll do it again. 1 out, bases empty. Battling here as he fouls it away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that one misses up and in. Now 1-2.
That's ball 2.
High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Tuchman settles under it and makes the catch. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, catcher. Bo
2 down,
Naylor.
bases empty. And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. And that's outside. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the last half of the 3rd. There's a strike. Close, but called a ball. And it's 2-1.
Outside, that's a ball.
He swings and fouls one off. 2 outs, bases empty. And there's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very
shortstop,
aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap
Rocchio.
will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Rocchio batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. And that's outside. That one fouled off. 2-2. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. 3 innings complete. It's the Guardians 7 and the White Sox nothing. Back now at
Leading
Progressive
off for the White
Field.
Sox,
Benintendi to
left
start
fielder,
it.
Andrew Benintendi.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
That one missing inside. You and I got a chance to broadcast the 2019 All-Star Game, and the city of Cleveland did such a great job. I felt like wherever you turned, there was some type of ad for the All-Star Game, a face of one of the players playing in the game. I thought the city overall supported the event really well. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Andrew Vaughn. Grounded out his first time up. 2-0 the count.
2-0
Grounded out his first time up.
Yeah, and I think the players backed it up from the home run derby and the show that was put on between Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Pete Alonso, and others. It was off the charts. And then the game is always special. When you see the best in baseball, you remember how special this game is. And to be here at this ballpark, I think just was the icing on the cake.
2 strikes.
And now it's 1-2. And Gary Simmons punches him out. That's a strikeout.
Up next for the White Sox.
And next to him for the Sox, Josh Rojas. First time up, he grounded to third. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And no one can get there. And he's got a double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Man at second here with 2 away. And here is Sosa to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. In the dirt. Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Now he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit.
Oh, and now a wild pitch. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Have to be really sure you can make it safely to third when you're in scoring position and 2 outs. Got to get that run across. Very important. Does a nice job of reading it. Gets to third base, now just 90 feet away.
Rojas on third with 2 out. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. The White Sox lead 1. They continue to trail 7-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Now it's the Guardians DH, Kyle Manzardo. And that's outside. Manzardo, 24 years old, and he was a second-round pick in 2021. And the 1-0. Now one missed. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Tyler Gilbert, the left-hander, up and throwing. The Guardians up big in this one. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
That's ball 3.
That's through there for a strike. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. In the air, left field, down the line, and that will drop foul. And ball
Nope.
4, 2
Ball
aboard.
4.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked
Now
the hitter.
batting,
Man, you got to challenge the guy with the
baseman,
fastball.
Jose
And now it's switch hitting third
Ramirez.
baseman Jose Ramirez. He's already homered here in this one. That clips the zone. Strike 1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
That's in there. And the count is 0-2.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Next one just misses. Going to count 1-2.
I don't know how you take that one after the called strike on the corner, just a little bit off the edge.
There's a swing and a drive. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. One run is in. In there safely. It's 9-0.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Carlos Santana digs in for the Guardians. 0 for 2 in this one. And that drops in for a strike. No outs. Runner on second. Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2. And that one popped in the air left field. Robert makes the grab, 1 down.
Up next for the Guardians, center fielder Lane.
So man aboard,
Thomas.
stepping up for the Guardians, Lane Thomas. First offering and it just misses. 1 out and a runner at second. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Just missed. Next offering is in for a strike. Base knock, center field. Coming home. Throw is high and over his head. And he'll reach second with 1 away.
Well, that right there is a pretty clear example of why making a clean on-target throw back into the infield is so critical, but so many times it's easily overlooked. You can't be careless about it as an outfielder. Doesn't matter if you're throwing to a base or a cutoff, you have to give them something that they can handle. That cost them a run as a result.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Jared Schuster is done, and he's responsible
Now
for the runner
pitching
on
for
second,
Chicago.
so the book isn't closed
Number
on him yet.
40,
We'll be right back. Tyler Gilbert gets the call from the pen.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
1 down. Angel Martinez. The next to hit.
Ball,
Check
that's
swing.
outside.
No appeal. And it's 1-0. Thomas, the runner at second with 1 away. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. There's a ball. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Wow, that's a pretty elite throwing arm right there from the catcher spot. Pretty daring for him to try to steal third right there, but he gets the bag. Maybe the element of surprise was what came in because he's not used to guys running on him, and right there stealing third base probably caught him off guard a little bit.
Pitch misses there, and it's 3-0. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
John Kenzie.
And now the right fielder, John Kenzie Noel. That one is upstairs.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
That's a strike, and now it's even 1-1. And that's in for a strike.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch.
On the ground, could be 2. 1 at second, and their second double play of the day will end the 4th. 3 runs, 3 hits, an error, and 1 man left. We played 4. Guardians 10, and the White Sox nothing. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Singing, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels, and I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player. If, say, he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time, and that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all. And everybody in the dugout goes crickets on him.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those individuals with one or the other hands.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That was your worst start one year. Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awful. Not awesome.
Nope,
it was awesome.
Not so awesome.
It was awesome for pitchers facing me, but it was awful for me. It sounded like some type of deal at a fast food restaurant, like 3 for 33 or something.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Brooks Baldwin. There's a strike at the knees.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
0-2 is the count.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. That's inside.
That's inside.
The shortstop takes the ball. On the ground to the left. Fair ball.
Up next
I don't know
for
how
Chicago,
he's able to shoot
catcher,
that pitch the other
Corey
way
Dean.
and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
And now Corey Lee misses outside, and that's ball one. Man at first, one away.
Ball, that's off the plate.
There's the strike.
Really nice spot there on that 2-0 to get back in the count. I mean, hitters looking to turn on something, but tough pitch like that, he's just going to take it.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
Tachman stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
2 balls, no strikes. Three balls, 1 strike.
In the dirt, blocked. Two outs. Yeah, that's fouled off.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Now
That's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a full scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Robert up for the 3rd time here, watches that one miss. 2 on, 2 outs. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. Now a long throw home, but it's offline. And they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up.
Oh, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
1st and 2nd, 2 down. Benintendi up here. Foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Lined into left center, base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe! In comes the run from second. And it's now 10-2.
Andrew Vaughn.
So 1st and 2nd with 2 outs. And up next for Chicago, Andrew Vaughn. That pitch gets the inside corner. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Robert, the lead runner out at second. Benintendi at first. 2 out of the inning. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Two on, 2 outs. Outside low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. Home half of the 5th coming up. Guardians 10 and the White Sox 2. Here in Cleveland, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off, Bo Naylor. Gilbert back to work. Edge of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1.
You know, these Guardians doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Only 2 strikeouts so far, and obviously they've been able to pick up plenty of hits, so it's been an impressive one.
In the dirt, and a count 1-2.
And you know, that strikeout total, only 2 so far, really tells you they're not just running into good luck and getting hits to fall. They're earning those knocks.
Sends it across to first, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Now batting, the shortstop, Brian.
And the batter will be the
Rocchio.
shortstop, Brian Rocchio. And that's off the outside edge. 1-0. Just missed.
2-0.
One down, base is empty. That one fouled off. 2-2. Struck him out looking.
Now
So the lineup
batting,
flips over.
left
Here's the
fielder,
left fielder, Stephen Kwan.
Kwan.
And it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. In the air, left field, down the line, and that is a foul ball. Ball 1 low. And misses inside.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
That one misses. Ball 3. Stays alive. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. That's to third. Rojas zips it to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing for the Guardians there, and the lead stays at 8. It's 10-2. Back here in Cleveland, top 6. Here's the third baseman, Josh Rojas. Fastball for a strike. Cleveland has some action going in their pen. Tim Herron up and throwing. Sewald, the right-hander, also getting loose. Just missed. Swinging a foul straight back.
Nope, outside.
And a swing and a miss. with number 9 for him in this game. 9.
Now
That's
batting,
tough. You see it
second
well. I mean, that
baseman,
was clearly up and out of the
Sosa.
strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. You know, when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
And there's a ball.
That's inside.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Miguel Vargas now at the plate.
Now batting, designated hitter Miguel Vargas.
Swinging a foul straight back. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Filthy
No ball,
changeup
2
right
strikes.
there. Just pulled the string.
Way
One
high
ball,
with that one.
2 strikes.
1-2 to count.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Lifted in the air out to left. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Well, we go bottom 6. So in now for Cleveland, Kyle Manzardo. That misses.
Ball 1.
Ball 1. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Jordan Leisure up and loosening in the pen. Boozer, the lefty, warming up as well. Line drive,
That ball's foul.
and that's just foul. Ground ball left side. Rojas throws on to first. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, third baseman Jose
Ramirez digs in for the Guardians. He's already homered in this game. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And that's way high. And it's
1-1.
1-1. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug. No question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. In safely with a double, his 2nd of the day.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
One out, runner at 2nd. Now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians, Carlos Santana. Throw to
He's safe.
2nd, safe.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. And they tack on to their lead. It's 12-2.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. is a cutter away. Kind of works like a slider. You've got to stay on it, let it travel a little bit, and then get your arms extended. Really good piece of hitting right there.
Lane Thomas will make his way to the plate. 3 for 3. He's got a pair of singles and a triple. And that one fouled off. Still only one out here in the inning.
0-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat
0-2.
as you jog back to the dugout.
Slapped foul. One down, base is empty. That misses the zone, and now 3-2. That's ripped. Base hit.
Now batting, second baseman.
Runner on at first with one gone. Here's the second
Martinez.
baseman, Angel Martinez. Snap throw to first.
No, he's
Thomas
safe.
dives back in safely. Runner on the go. Pitch misses.
That's a ball.
And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And another ball. Thomas leads off second with one gone in the inning. That catches the top part of the zone. 2 balls and a strike. Just missed. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And a base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 13-2. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Tyler Gilbert done for the afternoon. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for Chicago.
Righty reliever out of the pen, number 64.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Man at first with one gone. John Kenzie Noel will hit next. Inside corner, that's a strike. 0-1. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
1-0. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, 2.
That just misses, and it's 2-2. Swing and a pop-up. Sosa makes the grab, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. So they get 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're through 6 full. The Guardians lead it 13-2.
Now pitching.
Welcome
for the
back.
Guardians.
We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound.
Number
Tim
29.
Herron.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Leading off for the White
Brooks
Sox.
Baldwin steps to the plate for the White Sox. 1 for 2. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Herron, a 6'6" southpaw. He throws a slurve, a slider, a 4-seamer, and he works in a sinker. Comes up empty.
No ball, 2 strikes.
That one
1
ran
ball,
inside,
2
almost
strikes.
got him.
Two the count.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Corey Lee steps to the plate for the White Sox. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That one misses. And 1-1. Now a check swing at the 1-1. Look down to first. He did not go around. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. 2-2 now. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. That's out to center field. Thomas has this one sized up. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Mike Tauchman.
2 outs, base is empty. Mike Tauchman steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Let's go, Cleveland.
And it's fouled away. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Back now at Progressive Field, set for the last half of the 7th. Stepping up for the Guardians, Ryan Rocchio. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Fastball
ball.
almost got him there. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. Makes the catch for the out. And there's one away.
Now batting, left fielder.
Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan. And first offering is fouled off. The Guardians up big in this one here at the bottom of the 7th. And that's too high.
Ball 2.
And that's downstairs and outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And he walked him.
That's ball 4.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on the tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Kwan leads off first with 1 away.
Yep, that ball went out.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Fouls that off to the left and will do it again. Got him. That's out number 2.
Pretty nasty cutter right there, and you're seeing that pitch, that location a lot more these days, and you can see why. Very difficult for hitters. I think the great Mariano Rivera can at least partially be credited for that, thanks to the career he had with the cutter. It was just dominant. I tell you what, I felt like it was a moral victory whenever I could put that pitch in play. So I can feel for the guy right there walking back to the dugout.
Ball 2.
Squirts away a little bit. And that one clips the corner. Fouls one off. 2-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Count's full.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
3-2 now. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
So 2 on with 2 away. Next is switch hitting first baseman Carlos Santana. Just missed.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
That one
That's
close.
ball 2.
Ruled a ball. 2-0.
Balls, no strike.
Misses
Nope.
again,
Outside.
5 in a row. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Check swing called strike. 3-1. Right through there for a strike.
The count's full.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2.
Let's go, Cleveland.
And they're all loaded up.
Now batting, center fielder.
2 outs, bases full. And up next for Cleveland, Lane Thomas. And first offering is fouled off. And that is out of play. Fights it off. He'll see another. And down on strikes he goes. That K is his 3rd of the game. And we're back.
Leading
We're
off
at the top
for
of
the
the
White
8th,
Sox.
and now it's
Center
Luis
fielder,
Robert.
Luis Robert Jr.
Heron back to work. There's the strike. Next
I got one
pitch,
ball,
not
one strike.
close, up high. That one
Ball two.
missed. Swings through that one for strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. Gone. That one felt good. It's 13-3.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow through to drive it out of here.
Benintendi to the plate. First pitch
Inside, ball one.
misses. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next
Hey.
offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
And a foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That's back. And forget it. He made him pay for that one. It's 13-4.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Tim Herron departs, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching
Paul
for the
Sewald
Guardians.
gets the ball now. He's
Number
into the game with the
34.
bases empty.
Paul Sewald.
Andrew Vaughn digs in now. 0 for 3 in this one.
There you
Vaughn
go.
started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. No swing. He held up. Patrick Johnson with the call there. To third, Ramirez. Throws to first in time. First out in the top of the 8th.
Now batting, third baseman Josh Rojas.
Josh Rojas getting ready to hit. 1 for 3. That one's
Ball 1.
upstairs, ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Eric Sabrowski, the rookie left-hander, appears to be getting going. Walters getting loose as well. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. The 1-1 is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Noel snags it. 2 away.
Now batting, second
2
baseman
down, base is
Lenny
empty.
Sosa.
Lenny Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Lined into right. Noel brings it in for the 3rd out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Last half of the 8th coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show.
Now pitching for
Back
Chicago.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we
Number
roll into the bottom of the
71.
8th. Cam Boozer.
Cam Boozer.
So in now for
Leading
Cleveland,
off for the
Angel
Guardians.
Martinez.
Second baseman Angel Martinez.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike. That one at 95 missed up top. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the ground, and it stays fair.
Clearly seeing the ball very
Now
well
batting,
in this one.
right
Smashed
fielder,
that one through the
John
infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it
Noel.
very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
John Kenzie Noel digs in for the Guardians. High fly ball out into left center field. Robert makes the catch. 1 down.
Now batting, catcher Bo Naylor.
So a man aboard. And next is the Guardians catcher, Bo Naylor. And first offering is fouled off. And downstairs.
Right down.
Martinez, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Upstairs. Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left.
Let's go, Cleveland.
And down on strikes. 2 gone. Stepping up for the
Now
Guardians,
batting,
Brian
shortstop,
Rocchio.
Brian Rocchio.
Looked like it was a little bit up. Next pitch in for a strike, and the count even 1-1.
Ball, that's in.
Just
Upstairs.
missed. Line to left and foul ball. Got him looking. That ends the frame. We go to the
Leading off for
ninth,
the
so
White
now it's the
Sox,
White Sox
their designated
DH,
hitter,
Miguel
Miguel
Vargas. And that one
Ball one, no
upstairs,
strike.
ball 1.
Yeah.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Outside low, and a count 2-1. And that's a
Ball
little bit
3.
high.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Fastball for a strike.
Count's full.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Santana settles underneath it. Makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, shortstop, Brooks Baldwin.
So up next for Chicago, Brooks Baldwin. This one in the air, center field. Thomas under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Corey Lee.
So it's their last chance in this one. Corey Lee now at the plate. A pair of strikeouts, and he's flied to center. Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. He sends it out of here. It's 13-5. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Here's Mike Tauchman.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Ball 1 there. Late on that fastball.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Next
Fastball,
offering
2.
upstairs.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Just
that's out.
missed. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Full count, 3-2.
One strike away. It's off his shoulder, eats him up. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. Tag. Got him. And that's the ball game.
All these hitters got the bats going early with a huge second inning, and they never really look back. When you have that type of focus, your confidence grows, and you just expect to go out and dominate and win each inning. And then on top of it, the ball game.
And the final here today, 13-5. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.